Hello and welcome to the August edition of the Studio B, a program put on by MCTV as part of their summer video camp. I'm your host, Lindsay. On today's show, we will take a stroll over to Dell Gardens and we'll check out the community garden. We will also take a tour of Gracie Dell Memorial Library and find out how you can get involved at MCTV. But first, summer is the time in Michigan when the road construction takes you on many detours. One such project is the Eastman Avenue project. Studio B reporter Joe fills us in.
Hello, my name is Joe, and I'm here with Jeff Murphy, who is the construction and traffic services supervisor. What is the goal of the Eastman Road project, and when will it be done?
Well, the Eastman Avenue Road project is part of a Michigan Department of Transportation project that's going to reconstruct the US 10 business route in the city of Midland from Jerome Street near downtown out to Saginaw Road. We refer to those as Buttles Street, Indian Street, and Eastman Avenue. And the project will reconstruct the curbs, street surface, underground utilities, including storm sewer, and some water main and sanitary sewer.
How much is it costing, and who is paying for it?
The project came in at about $6.4 million for design and construction, and it is an MDOT project, Michigan Department of Transportation, so they are funding the project, and the city is participating in some of the costs on the water main and the sanitary sewer.
What other projects are going on around Midland?
One of the major projects we have going this summer is Waldo Avenue between Wheeler and Diamond Drive. That's currently underway with completion by the end of September. We have a project on Dublin Avenue that's going to close a ditch and install a sidewalk. And then we have several local street reconstruction projects going on as we speak.
Overall, what should drivers do when approaching construction zones?
There's 19,000 vehicles that normally travel Eastman every day, and when we restrict it from 5 lanes down to 2, obviously there's going to be some backups. And so what we'd like to emphasize is for people to slow down, watch for the workers and construction equipment, and pay attention to the signing, the speed limits, and the no turn restrictions, and then that will get everyone through the zone safely.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm Studio B reporter Joe, and now back to the studio.
Thanks, Joe, for that report. Joining me on the set from the Midland Fire Department is Lieutenant Bob Arnold. Welcome to our show. What are your responsibilities at the fire department?
My responsibility as a lieutenant with the Midland Fire Department is to, first of all, I'm the manager of the station. I oversee the crew. I have a 3-person crew total. And for our day-to-day lives, like coming down for this interview and things like that. And then on emergency scenes, it's some of the same things, just on a different level. Kind of oversee the safety of the situation.
And then, what qualifications do you need to be a firefighter?
You need to be 18, have a good driver's record, good driving record, no criminal history of any sort. And then in Midland, you have to have firefighter 1 and 2, which is like a fire academy, already taken care of. And you have to have an emergency medical technician license.
And then let's check out some of your gear.
All right. The first thing, which is the thing on top, is my mask. This helps me to sound like Darth Vader when I'm breathing on air. It's not unlike a scuba mask, except this isn't designed for underwater. This is a speaker so I can talk to people. This was just basically straightforward. You can see right through there. This is what we call the regulator. And this hose hooks up to the air pack, which we'll get to in just a second. And the air comes through here, and this is what I breathe through. And when it's all clicked on here like so, there's speakers there so you can talk, like I said, because when you're all closed in like that, it's like talking into a helmet. You can't really hear anybody. And the air pack, like I said, is this monstrosity. And it's got a cylinder which is full of compressed air. It's the same air you and I breathe. It's not just oxygen. It's just the moisture's taken out, so it doesn't corrode anything. Then between all the wires and the bells and the whistles and the hoses, the air comes out here, which hooks up to that hose there. So that when I go into a fire, this is what I breathe. This is a 45-minute air bottle, So it gives us 30 to 45 minutes of working time. My crew might use theirs a little faster because they might be working harder than me. Like I said, I'm a manager, so I just have to manage. But we have to keep aware of that, because when the air goes out, we don't have any air to breathe, and the mask will kind of stick to our face a little bit. Then we have to leave. And there's a vibrator on the regulator, and there's lights on there. There's lights on here. There's lights over here. There's chirps and whistles and noises. Everybody knows when you need air, so we have to go outside. And like I said, that's about 35 to 40 pounds. Our coat and the boots and pants are all made out of three parts. So this is like 3 different jackets. The outer shell here is to keep debris that might fall on us, to keep it away from our skin, so it keeps us safe from that. The gray, on this one, it's a gray on the inside. This is called the thermal barrier. This helps to keep the heat from the fire away from us, to keep us a little bit protected. These aren't fireproof or fire resistant. Mm-hmm. It gives us able to be near it, not in it. And then on the inside, in this case, it's this yellow stuff or cream stuff. That's called the moisture barrier. It keeps the water away from us. When we put the water onto a fire, it turns into steam, and it grows quite a bit. And then we don't want to turn into lobsters and look like my helmet. As far as some of the tools we use, we have an axe. Everybody knows about a fire axe. If you cover up the pick part, it looks like an axe you might have at home, or Dad might have at home, or Mom might have at home. But we put the pick on there, the pick comes on there, so we can use that for various other things. We might use it on a windshield. If it's a car accident, we might use it to break a window in a house, and things like that if we have to get inside. As you can see, you might be able to see on the camera, it used to be red all over, but over the years the paint has come off. The paint's mostly just for decoration, so we're not too worried about putting it back on. Another tool, you might see this one in science fiction movies, because it usually ends up on spaceships because it's shiny. It's called a halogen bar. You can use it as a ram, so you can bash things with this end. You can pry things, you can poke things. You can use this part for prying up things or shutting off gas valves. You can bang into chairs like that if you want to. One of the interesting things we've learned in recent years, if there's a car fire, the engine's on fire, we can use the pointy part and we can slam it into the hood and then use it as a lever, and it'll kind of tent up the hood. So then we can spray water straight into the engine compartment, and then that steaming that I talked about, it all is contained, so it does a lot better job of putting out the fire. So this is probably 30 to 40 pounds again. So between the air pack and the gear and the tools you carry, you're bringing in a lot of weight, and then just being me, it's a lot of weight. And the last bit of equipment we have is the helmet. In my case, this is a red one. It's hard, because if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be a very good helmet, now would it? Mm-hmm. And then there's the outer shell, and the inner shell is this, so debris. And the inner shell on the inside, that's the part that keeps you from impact, like a bike helmet. And we have goggles to cover our eyes in case we're using for sparks and debris. You don't get things in our eyeballs. They don't have an eyeball store, but we can go get new ones. So we try to protect them. You want to try that on, Lindsay?
Sure.
It doesn't seem heavy when you first put it on, but after a while, you're ready to take it off.
Yes, that's very true. If anyone wants to become a firefighter someday, what advice do you have?
The same normal advice you'll get from Mom and Dad. Get good grades, pay attention in school. As you go through, you'll find that there's college programs for firefighting, and so those are things to do. Get your firefighter 1 and 2 if it's really something you want to do, and then continue along in the medical licenses with an emergency medical technician or a paramedic and things like that.
Thanks, Lieutenant Bob Arnold, for being on our show. Now let's head over to Dell Gardens, where Studio B reporter Brett has a report.
Hi, I'm Brett Helmrich. I'm here with Elizabeth Lumbert, Associate Director of Dell Gardens. Thanks for being on our show. So, Elizabeth, looks like the Dell Gardens is hopping with copper frogs. What's going on?
Oh, the Dell Gardens is hosting the Ribbit the Exhibit. 19 different copper frogs. They're from North Carolina by artist Andy Cobb, and they've got big personalities, and they're all throughout the gardens.
Very fun. So, how do you decide about what exhibits to put in?
Well, we look for an exhibit that is fun. That people are going to enjoy. This Ribbit the Exhibit has 19 sculptures, so we can really fill the gardens up with sculpture, something people can interact with. We love seeing people taking pictures of them. So I guess we're looking for a fun exhibit.
Sounds very interesting. What do you love about your job?
I really love that Dow Gardens is open all year and my job changes with the seasons. So I have different things to do every season, so there's always something fresh, something new to look forward to.
That's neat. Why do you have art in the garden?
We love to bring art into the garden to just give the visitors something else to see. And you know, even if you don't like the art, you see the gardens fresh when there's art in the garden, and you'll go around a corner and see something new.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Lumber. I'm Brett Helmerich reporting from Dell Gardens. Now let's go back to the studio.
Thanks, Brett, for that report. Joining me now is Stephanie Richardson, horticulturist from the City of Midland. Thanks for coming on our show. What are your responsibilities for the City of Midland?
Hi, Lindsay. Thanks for having me. As the horticulturist for the City of Midland, I'm responsible for the landscape maintenance and design of the various areas throughout the city. Those areas include the downtown area, Eastman Road, Midland Blooms project, several entranceway projects, and varying areas within our park system.
What is a community garden?
By definition, a community garden is it's a single piece of land that's gardened collectively by a group of individuals. The land can typically be either public or private. In this case, ours is city-owned property, of which was donated to us by the Bergstein family for the sole purpose of becoming a community garden. Our community garden is located at Ashman and Cambridge Street, and there are 30 individual plots located within the garden.
And why is it important?
It's important for a number of reasons. One is that it provides access to foods that would otherwise not be available for those low-income families and individuals. It's also a good resource for those who don't have property of their own, maybe apartment dwellers. And it's good for the youth too, and young kids to get out there and to find out where their food comes from and connect with nature. And it also creates a sense of community because you're out there with other folks gardening, and people of all different backgrounds. So there's a lot of benefits to it.
How do citizens become involved in ours? What amenities does it offer?
Citizens are welcome to go out and take a look at the garden. It's open daily from 6 in the morning till 9 at night. They can take a look around, see if it's something they may be interested in. If they are, they're welcome to get more information on our community garden webpage at the City of Midland. They're also welcome to call the Parks and Recreation office. That number is 837-6930. And we begin accepting applications in February. It is application-based, so you have to submit an application. There's a $20 fee, and it is a first-come, first-served basis. Amenities out there, it includes obviously a plot space of organic rich soil. I didn't mention that the garden is completely organic, so there's no use of pesticides, herbicides, or fertilizers. We do it all organically. And also we have water on site, so makes it easy for individuals to be able to water through the season. There's a gazebo and an exterior fence around enclosing the property. And we also have a community garden manager who is on site for several hours each week, monitoring, looking at pests, communicating with the gardeners, and we also have various volunteer opportunities and educational sessions offered once a month on health and nutrition and different programming.
Thanks, Stephanie, for being on our show. Let's take a break and find out how you can become involved with MCTV.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation/studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
The Dell Memorial Library has many services people can use. Studio B reporter Jake takes us on a tour.
Hello, I'm Jake Geronimo. I am with Melissa Barnard, Director of the Grace A. Dell Memorial Library. Today we are going to take a tour of the library. Thanks for joining us today, Melissa.
Well, thanks for having me.
Where should we go first?
Well, I think we should head to the catalog, the computer catalog, and see what's new.
Now, Melissa, can you show us how to use the new catalog system?
I'd be happy to. This is the front page of our new catalog. Very attractive, easy to use. So if we're looking for something on the catalog, we go to the drop down and we can pick Grace L Library. So we're looking right here at our library. We want to look for a title, so let's click title. And I have typed in Go Set a Watchman, which is the new book by Harper Lee. So we want to find out, does the library have any copies in? So I'm going to search here. And this is going to bring up all the different formats that we have of Go Set a Watchman. And this will do this for all the titles. So you'll know if we have an ebook, we have an audio book, or we have just a print book. And then from here, you can drill on down, find out where the book is in the library, if there's one on the shelf. If you want to text the information to yourself, you can. If you want to email, you can. If you want to place a hold, you can. So as you can see, there's lots of wonderful features on this new catalog.
It does seem very easy. What if we need more information?
Well, if we don't find it on the catalog, let's go over into the reference desk and ask a librarian.
So what type of help can we get from the reference desk?
Well, you can get answers to all your questions at the reference desk. Maybe you're looking for a special recipe. They can help you find that. Or maybe you need a book on dog training. Or perhaps you're looking for the address and phone number for a business. And another thing that maybe people don't know is if you can't figure out how to download ebooks on your e-reader device, bring it in, the librarians will help you through that. And they'll also help people here in the library who are working on our computers. They'll help them get started. So there's lots of things that they can answer here at the reference desk. And we hope that when they come in the library and they have any questions, they'll head right here.
It does sound very helpful. So what does the library offer teens?
Oh, we got a great teen spot. Let's go there.
So Melissa, tell me about the teen spot.
Well, this place is all about teens. So we have novels for teens, magazines, graphic novels. We've got music on CD, all for teens. You can come here, you can play games, you can study, do your research. We have some of our computers in here for you. And you know what? You can just come here and meet your friends and just enjoy visiting together.
It really does sound like a good place to study and hang out with friends.
Oh, you are absolutely right. This is a terrific place, a fun place to come to. How about now I show you some of the electronic things we have here at the library.
So Melissa, what type of gadgets do you have to show us today?
Well, I've got several things to show you today. We have laptops for adults that they can borrow for in-library use our Wi-Fi here at the library. We have netbooks that teens can borrow downstairs, again, in-house use. This has all the Microsoft Office products on it. And we offer ebooks to download, so kids and teens can borrow Kindles here, and the staff will download up to 4 ebooks for them to take home and enjoy. And then finally, we have something called a Playaway, and this is an all-in-one audio book, so you don't need any other equipment. You get it in a case like this. Take out this. This is actually the equipment and the audio book, so all you need are headphones and a battery, and you're ready to go.
Wow, I didn't know the library had these type of things. Looks like the library is more than just books. Where do we go when we're ready to check out?
Well, let's head to the library and use one of the self-checkout stations.
Melissa, now that we have our books, how easy is it to check out?
Very easy, and it's quick. You just need your library card. You're going to put your barcode underneath that scanner. Your name will come up. You take your books, place them on this blue pad, watch the screen, and they'll come up. Once they've come up, you press View Summary. You see the books you've checked out, check receipt, press Print, and you also have the option of sending your receipt to email. Take your receipt with you, and you're all done.
Wow, that sure is easy. Thanks for showing us around today, Melissa.
Well, you're welcome, and I hope you come back again.
I sure will. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Jake. We will take a time out and find out what else is happening at the Grace A. Dell Memorial Library with Studio B reporter Callista. We will be right back. Hello, my name is Callista, and here's what's happening at the Gracie Dell Memorial Library. You can check out Kindle e-readers if you're between the ages of 6 and 17. The Kindles can be loaded with up to 4 titles. They're great for traveling. Do you have a library card? If the answer is no, September is Library Card Sign-Up Month. With your library card, you can check out books, DVDs, and access many databases online, including Consumer Reports. The Discovery Depot will be open August 12th to the 29th in youth services. It's a great learning and play area for young children. Learn how to make your own TV show or be a crew member when MCTV records sports and concerts. Register for MCTV's training on the second Saturday of the month from September through November. The orientation and studio workshop is held from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The cost is $45. Yes, you can at the library.
Where can I hang out and read with my teenage friends? Where can grown-ups go to have a great cup of coffee? If I don't have a computer, where can I go on the internet to do some research for school? Where can I get a book about Abraham Lincoln? Where can I get a CD that will help me learn how to speak Chinese? The answer to all these questions is the Gracie Dell Memorial Library. The library is open Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. through 8:30 p.m. and 10 a.m. through 5 p.m. on Saturdays. The library is located at the corner of Eastman and West St. Andrews Road. You can call the library at 837-3430 or go on the web to www.cityofmidlandmichigan.gov/library.
That concludes another edition of Studio B. I would like to thank my guests, Lieutenant Bob Arnold from the City of Midland Fire Department and the City of Midland horticulturist, Stephanie Richardson, for appearing on the show. We would also like to thank the staff and volunteers of MCTV for making the show possible. Thanks for watching, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the summer. Bye.